Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos. Today's video will be, one of my subscribers did ask me, where are the least expensive homes in the Villages, Florida? And I was thinking about the real estate market update that is sent to me from the Villages, Florida. Each quarter, all homeowners will be mailed a market update from the Villages. It shows the total number of homes sold, both in the most recent quarter as well as year to date. I did receive the second quarter of 2024 results from the Villages. It shows that homes and villas, pre-owned homes and villas pending, there was 724 homes essentially sold in the second quarter. And year to date, there was 1,431 homes pending. It shows you also the total number of homes that were actually closed, 765 in Q2 and 1,345 year to date. You can see the average sales price year to date was $467,000, and the average days on the market for a pre-owned home was 47 days. The Villages tracks their listings and their sales based on geographic areas. And the first geographic area that they look at is Spanish Springs. They also track sales of homes in the Lake Sumter Landing area, as well as the Brownwood area, as well as Sawgrass Grove area, and the Eastport area. And they mail this information out to all the residents, and it's very interesting to see. If you look at the blue highlighted area, the Spanish Springs area, it shows that the home type and the average sale price, and this is the area I would like for all of you to concentrate on right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the average sale price from each geographic area. So in the Spanish Springs area, the average sale of a patio villa is $199,000. The average sale price of a pre-owned courtyard villa in the Spanish Springs area is $252,000. These prices are in thousands of dollars, and they are the average sale price. The cottage homes on average are selling for $347,000, and designer and veranda homes are selling on average for $390,000. For those of you that don't know what a veranda home is, a veranda home is essentially a designer home that has a fenced-in backyard. So what I did was I key punched all of the information in from the recent second quarter 2024 real estate market update that the Villages sent, and I keyed that into my spreadsheet, and I wanted to present it to you. And the second major geographic area the Villages tracks home sales is in Lake Sumter Landing, and that's the green highlighted area. So the average patio villa that's sold for Q2 in this Lake Sumter Landing area was $296,000. And if you compare that to the average patio villa sold in Q2 in Spanish Springs, $199,000, you will see that the patio villas at Lake Sumter Landing on average are selling at 48.7% more than the patio villas in the Spanish Springs area. And you can look at the courtyard villas as well. The average price in Lake Sumter for a courtyard villa was $408,000 versus $252,000 in the Spanish Springs area. That represents a 61.9% average price, higher than the Spanish Springs area. Designer homes at Lake Sumter are on average selling at $478,000 versus $390,000. And your designer homes in the Lake Sumter geographic area are selling at 22.6% more than in the Spanish Springs area. So I also looked at the Brownwood area, The patio villas in the Brownwood area on average are selling for $301,000. Again, this is from the second quarter real estate market update that is supplied by the Villages Florida to all the residents. So the patio villas in the Brownwood area on average are selling at a 1.7% higher sales price than in the Lake Sumter landing area. Courtyard villas are selling at a 16.4% higher average sale price than the courtyard villas in Lake Sumter. So as you can see, the further south you go in the villages, or the further south you live in the villages, the higher average sale price of the home will be. And that makes sense because the homes tend to be a little bit older. In the northern part of the villages, they'll need more updates, they'll need more work and remodeling. So as we proceed further south, the Brownwood area, the Sawgrass Grove area is in the southern part of the villages. They do have some pre-owned homes that sold in the second quarter. Patio villas on average sold for $302,000 compared to $301,000, the average sale price of a patio villa in the Brownwood area. And they're selling at 0.3% higher than in Brownwood. The interesting anomaly here is the courtyard villas in the Sawgrass Grove area are selling actually 13.1% lower than in the Brownwood area. Again, these are statistics that are based on the number of homes that were closed and sold in the villages during the second quarter of 2024. You can see designer and veranda homes in the Sawgrass Grove area were selling at around 6% higher than in the Brownwood area. $616,000 average sale price versus $653,000 average sale price in the Sawgrass Grove area. I will not cover new home sales, but these are the figures. And you can feel free to pause the video if you want to review and look at what the average sales price of the new homes are for the different model types in the Sawgrass Grove area. You can see that patio villas, the new ones, are actually selling at a lower price than a pre-owned patio villa. So why do you think that might be? One of the reasons that could be is that the patio villas that sold in Sawgrass Grove, the pre-owned ones, the owners may have paid the bond off. And when the owners pay the bond off on the home, they tend to increase the listing price of that home. So that's one of the reasons that you will see a variation in listing prices for different model homes. And you will see that often. And the reason that a patio villa might be selling for $20,000 more than a similar patio villa in the same area is due to the homeowner may have paid the bond off and he wants to recover the cost of that bond. So when you buy a pre-existing home or a pre-owned home, you have to really investigate to determine if the bond on that home has been paid off or not, because the total price of the home, when you buy the home, you have to consider the asking price as well as the bond that might be remaining, because that bond, the balance of that bond is your responsibility to eventually pay off over the lifetime of the bond. And again, in a previous video, I described that those bond charges are found on your property tax bill that the county will send you at the end of the year. And those bond items are listed as a separate line item on your property tax bill. So that's one of the anomalies here in the villages, that you have to consider the price of the home as well as any bond remaining. And you should take those two into consideration when you consider the total price of your home. Because some residents pay those bonds off at the time they purchase the house, and some residents do not. The local real estate agents are encouraging home buyers not to pay the bond off. I think they want to get more consistency with prices of the homes here in the villages. but it's up to you as a potential home buyer in the villages to really understand the cost structure of these homes, what the list price is, if there's any bond. And I encourage you to really understand if there's a bond remaining and include that bond in the total purchase price of that home. You can see here in the Eastport area, there were some pre-owned patio villas that did sell in Q2. On average, the pre-owned patio villa sold at $308,000. And if you compare that to the pre-owned patio villas in the Sawgrass Grove area, they on average sold for $302,000. So there is about a 2% average price increase of patio villas, or the average sale price is 2% higher than the patio villas in Sawgrass Grove. Some of the other things that you need to really consider, I know some of my subscribers have been asking me what the HOA fees are, because most 55 plus communities will have a one flat HOA fee that you pay when you buy your home. The Villages, the HOA fee really is broken down, in my opinion, into three different major cost components. I think the HOA fee is considering your amenity fee. That's the monthly fee you pay to use your recreation facilities. The HOA fee, I think you should also consider your annual maintenance fee. Those are the fees that you pay to the Villages. It shows up on your property tax bill. It's an annual fee. And those are costs that are to maintain the common areas of the Villages. For instance, watering and mowing the lawns of the median strips on the highway and the roundabouts, planting flowers in those areas as well. So in this case, I just assumed an average maintenance fee of $600 per year. Those maintenance fees do vary from home to home, from village to village. And it is a complex formula that the Villages uses to calculate these maintenance fees for each different type of home. So for the sake of argument, I just assumed an annual maintenance fee of $600 per year. Your maintenance fee might be lower than that depending on the village you live in, the size of the home that you have. Patio villa maintenance fees are lower than designer home maintenance fees, for instance. So for the sake of illustration on how to calculate an HOA fee, I just assumed a maintenance fee of $600 per year, and then I divided it by 12 to get a monthly cost, an approximate monthly cost. The fire and safety fee, I think you should also consider as part of your HOA fee. That's a fee that you pay. Again, it shows up on your property tax bill. You actually pay it to the county that your home resides, but that money is then passed through back to the Villages. Those fees are calculated by the Villages and sent to the county, and they put them on your property tax bill as a non-ad valorem fee. Those are essentially pass-through fees that are passed through the county back to the Villages. And the fire and safety fee used to be about $124 a year. Since the Villages recently took over fire and ambulance services here in the Villages, they have improved services. I think that's one of the questions I get a lot is, why are the fire and safety fees going up? The reason they're going up is Sumter County and the local counties in and around the Villages used to supply the fire and safety services. To be honest with you, they did not do a very good job. There were very long response times for ambulance services in the Villages when the counties had supervised that. So recently the Villages took over the fire and safety, which includes ambulance services, and the response times are much lower now because they increased capacity. They have more ambulances in the area, and I think it's a good thing. So for the sake of calculating the HOA fee, I'm assuming that the fire and safety fees will be going up to $300 per year. and then I divide it by 12, so about $25 per month. So to answer the original question, what are the HOA fees? The HOA fees include your monthly amenity fee, which is for your recreation services, i.e. including using the swimming pools, tennis courts, pickleball courts. I believe the HOA fee should also include your maintenance fee and your fire and safety fee. So when you look at what your HOA fees are, in this example, it would be $270 per month. Again, these are numbers are used for illustrative purposes. Your HOA fee might be different. So when you look at HOA fees, you really need to take into account the three different fee structures listed here: your amenity fee, your maintenance fee, and fire and safety fee. Your amenity fee, that will be consistent between all residents and all homes. Your maintenance fees will slightly vary between residents and the location you live, and your fire and safety fee might vary depending on the size of the home. So in this example, the HOA fee is roughly $270 a month. I hope that helps everyone. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. I really do appreciate it. Have a safe day, everyone. Take care.